Alright guys, we're kind of left in the middle of this because for whatever reason my phone decided to stop the video. So, sorry about the inconvenience guys. I'm just going to try to jump right into this. So, got the clutch on from Amazon. I had a whole unboxing, it was awesome, but you know, it all got deleted, so here we are. I already installed the new throttle and grips and stuff. And we're jumping right off in the middle. I want to show you guys how to install your throttle cable on a Predator 212. So let's get to it. As far as the mini part goes, I had to pull the seat off because I already mounted the motor. So, alrighty, let's go. Hopefully this time the file won't do whatever it wants to do. Try to get this tripod fixed. Okay, so just about had it done too. You're going to want to loosen up this little clamp down here, and there's a little spot or a little another piece in here. You want to take a 10mm box end and grab onto that and get a Phillips screwdriver in there, just right there to pull that off. And we'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, sweet. Okay. Another thing you want to do to prepare your Predator for a throttle installation is this little arm right here. From the factory, it will kind of stick. It'll be like really stiff. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. What you're going to want to do, you can see this one's already been done, is that's a little 10mm nut right there. You want to pull that off, and there's like a little weird shaped washer. It's like a spring-loaded washer. You're going to want to pull that off, and then you're going to want to tighten this up like a wheel bearing. Tighten it up all the way, and the throttle's not going to turn. You're going to back it off just a little bit until the throttle moves freely. You don't want it to be really sloppy loose though. So, that's pretty much how you adjust that and get that all ready to go, so that it just spring loads back. And yeah. Alrighty, let's get back up here in the tripod. Zoom in. Alright, let's get to it. So, it's got a throttle cable. I had to snip the end off it. It had the end off for like a dirt bike carburetor on it. Right now I'm just trying to fix my mess of a frayed end I made when I cut the cable. So, what you're going to want to do is find the correct end for the cable to run through. I believe it's going to be the front side. Let me see just to check. Yeah, it'll be the front half of this little C-clip thing. So it should just fit together like that. You guys can see that hopefully. And it's kind of sticking. I guess I gotta loosen that screw up some more. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and grab a little needle nose. Now the way this little housing works, this little screw, it's got like a nut that has a hole in it. And the screw smashes down onto the cable inside that nut and it holds it. It's a really basic design, works great. So I'll go ahead and get that together and hopefully this will go together. The cable is so frayed on the end now. Hopefully you guys can see this. If not, I'm sorry. There we go. It's kind of a mess, but it'll be fine for what I'm doing. Wow, that's really bad. I completely destroyed that cable. And now it's stuck in there. Okay. Let's just screw up some more. That ain't good. It's really, really bad. You see that cable was just destroyed. Brand new part. That's never good. Yep, gotta go with it. So, I'll put this back in there again, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna try to clean this cable up and we'll be back at it. Alright guys, I got lucky and I was able to just tuck it together. So, let's get back to it. I'll show you guys how to finish this up. The way I did it, the cable had to go in before the little C-clip piece here. So, I'm going to, it's not even a C-clip, what am I saying? It's like a clamp. It's shaped like a C. I'll pull it off so you guys can see it. There we go. It's that little clamp. Anyway, had to pull that all the way off so we can get this together. It's got like a little guidance end on one side, so it can only go together one way. It would probably help if you pulled the air box off, which is two 10mm bolts or nuts. That would probably help out a lot. Make this job a little bit easier, but everything seems to be going alright for me right now, so. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now you want to try to clamp down on the little metal end, just so it has more structure to keep it from crushing the cable. But you don't absolutely have to. That's just a recommendation. I have done it. I kind of have it half on there right now, so I'm not even doing it perfectly right. So there we go. That's good to go. Now we got to tighten that little... Okay, you guys can't see anything. I'm sorry. Let's zoom in back on there. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and tighten up that little doohickey shaped thing there that they built. I would not recommend just taking the screwdriver and twisting this, because you could easily throw your cable out of whack. It's good to take a little 10mm wrench, which is what it takes to hold it in place. Actually, probably use boxing part of it. Much like that. You can just take your Phillips screwdriver and tighten down on it pretty good. There's no reason to hold back on it. And there we go. Okay, I think yeah. That all works pretty good. This seems a little twisted, which looks like you could fray the cable over time. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that moved in a little bit more of a comfortable for the cable position. There we go. Get rid of some of that play too. Looks much better. Alrighty. Well, I would say we're done with the throttle cable. So let's go ahead and pull you guys out of there. See, it all works very well. And I got full throttle out of it, so it's going to go full governor anyway. That's, you know, fastest governor is going to allow it to go. I did go ahead and hook the kill switch up. Very simple from the stock one. I didn't do anything, no cutting or anything. Here's the stock wiring. Hopefully I can pull this out without having to put the camera down. There we go. It's got this little end on it. All I did was it's got this little oil thing. Oil kill, which I absolutely hate those things because they make a hard turn on a go-kart and it kills the motor. Anyway, all I did was just disconnect that, and the kill switch just plugged right into the original harness of the motor. So that was really nice, very handy. And then the ground, the air circuit, all I did was just pull this little, it's like a resistor or something. Anyway, and it has a little ring connector on the end of it that the original motor hooked up to. Just ran the bolt right into it, same size bolt and everything. So that should pretty much be it for the wiring and the plumbing of the motor. Gotta get the clutch on it and the chain, some gas and oil, and we're ready to go rip this thing. So let's go. I'll go ahead and get everything ready to go, and I'll get the seat back on it, and I will get back with you guys here in a minute. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and see what's going to take to get this clutch on. It's already got the keyway or the key inserted in it. It comes with it. It's like part of the clutch. So we're going to knock that original key off of there, and just really use the set screws on it. Hopefully I got down and wrench will fit it. Shouldn't take a whole lot to get that current key off of there. Oh yeah, fell right off. Awesome. So let's go ahead. The way I'm setting this up, I want to put the clutch on upside down. which may look weird to some of you guys, but you can easily just flip it around. But the motor's so big that I had to offset it a little bit. And this is going to be the best way to set this up, I believe. So it looks like I'm going to have to pull those little screws loose and push that clutch in a little bit. Alright. Got an Allen wrench. It won't take me a minute. Only it'll take me an hour, so I was not ready for that. For whatever reason, it's not wanting to go on past a certain extent. I don't know what's going on there. Interesting. There's a flaw in the shaft, maybe. Try putting it on the other way just to fit it. See, it fits on all the way like that. I have no idea. Looks like it went on further that time. I really don't want to hammer it on. So it means something's going to, you know. Well, I did. And it doesn't look like it really hurt anything. So, it's obviously the dull's really tight though. So I don't know what's up with that. What's going on with that, but we're gonna go with it for now. So tighten these little Allen screws up, put a chain on it, and I can always use a pulley puller if I have to get apart. I'll just probably end up destroying the clutch when I do it. So hopefully this is a good build. Just gonna tighten these little things up. Right. You always want to get these really tight. Make sure you have the right Allen wrench. You probably don't need to use a hammer, but just very gently. Kind of makes it for sure tight. Clutch is really stiff. It's brand new though, almost saying. Okay. Alrighty. And for the rest of the goodies, I went ahead and picked up a box of number 35 chain. So. And I got obviously some master links. So hopefully we'll have everything we need to get this done. I know I've said that like I don't know how many times. But I'm pretty worried that I don't have everything. So there we go. It's a nice little package. Man, wow, we can just tear right into him. They did a good job. And it does come with the master link. I forgot about that. They're $3 for a box of them. And I have a couple projects I need this chain for. So, and it comes pre-greased. It's actually really nasty. But see how far my alignment is. How far off it is. I tried to get it kind of close, but I don't really know a lot. Actually, it's pretty straight. So, it's a little kicked over. The motor's over this way a little bit, but it'll be fine. It's got that tensioner on it, so I don't think I need to worry about the chain falling off too bad. If it does, then I'll have to move the motor mounts around a little bit, which is fine. Okay. Get a rough estimate where I need to get this chain broke at. Let's see. Tensioner there. But we obviously want to go without a tensioner if possible. That's not what we're after, obviously, but you want to set it for that always. Because the tensioner will just be there to help it, other than you're relying on it. Alright, got that. Is that going to work? think that'll actually work. It never works. It's always normally on the half length for me, and I end up having to move the motor and the rear wheel around. Take a little Sharpie, mark that, and I should get mark both of those. All right. Well, I gotta look around trying to find the tool, or also have to grind it off. So let's see what happens here. All right. Luckily, I found the tool here. So hopefully we can get this chain broke. My video is just about out of time, so this might be a part 3 video. Or might be a part 3 to this project. I really didn't want there to be, but I might not have much choice. Alright, so just gonna wrap it around there. Take a chain breaker, break this apart. And if you guys can see that. Anyway, you just do that on both ends of the single link. Just make sure you do have it on one link, or else it won't work. You'll end up just breaking 2 parts of the chain, and you'll end up screwing something up. So just pay attention to what you're doing. It should be alright. Okay. Should be good like that. Pull that apart. And like always, they never come apart. I'm gonna fight them a little bit. When they do come apart,